The third part of 6.2 is called roots of equations and zeros of a polynomial. So, if px is divided by x minus a and then you get the remainder is equal to 0, therefore this means that x minus a is a factor, and hence when you let px equal to 0, you will get x equal to a, and x equal to a is a root, and hence a is a 0 of px. So what's the difference between a root and a 0? For root, you need to let px equal to 0, and then you need to have x equal to something. Okay, so untuk root, kamu perlu ada equal dengan equal. But for 0, you don't need to write x equal to. You just write the value of x, which is a. So just write a is a 0 of px. If the question asks you to find all roots or all zeros of a polynomial px, there are 3 steps. The first step is to find the number of factors. Note that the number of factors is highest power minus 2. And then you find the factors using try and error. And then you list down your factors, and these factors will become your dx. The second step is to do the long division, and the third step is to factorize completely. Let's do example 5, question 1. We need to show that negative 2 is a 0 of the polynomial px. So what we're going to do is that we're going to substitute x equal to negative 2 into px. And you can see that p negative 2 is equal to 0. So you can make your conclusion. Since p negative 2 is equal to 0, therefore, x plus 2 is a factor of px. So this comes from x minus 2. So x minus 2, you rearrange, you'll get x plus 2, and that is your factor. Therefore, x equal to negative 2 is a root of px equal to 0. So just make sure, when you have equal sign, px should also have equal sign, which is equal to 0. And from here, you can ignore x, so just take negative 2. And this negative 2 is a 0 of px. So whenever you have p something equal to 0, you can write down 3 conclusions, which is a factor of px, a root of px equal to 0, and a 0 of px. Since the question only wants us to show that negative 2 is a 0 of the polynomial, therefore this is the answer that we need. For the second question, we need to show that x minus 1 is one of the roots of this equation. So note that we are not given px, so we need to find px. And it comes from this equation. So make sure you get something equal to 0 first. Therefore, this one will become your px. So now just substitute x equal to negative 1 into px. And you'll get 0. And hence we can make the conclusion. Since p negative 1 is equal to 0, therefore x plus 1 is a factor of px. X plus 1 comes from x equal to negative 1. So you rearrange and you'll get x plus 1, and this is a factor. Therefore, x equal to negative 1 is a root of px equal to 0. So just be careful, whenever you're writing about roots, you need to have equal sign. So px equal to 0, hence x is equal to negative 1. And hence, negative 1 is a 0 of px. For 0, there's no need for you to write x equal to. Just ignore x equal sign. So take negative 1 and that is your 0 of px. Since we need to show that x equal to -1 is one of the roots, therefore this is the answer for this question.